Coach, VCU opens up Atlantic 10 play against George Mason. They're 6-7 overall, but it's a clean slate now. Talk to me a little bit how you feel coming in with a 3-game win streak.
Well, it's certainly good to come into the Atlantic 10, conference play on a winning streak, have a little bit of momentum. But in conference, momentum can be fleeting, so you need to play well and continue to play well. I think it's really important that you put your best foot forward early, and as I've talked to our guys about, your first step in league, which will be, needs to be big, needs to be bold, needs to be your best step. So you need to really put yourself out there to play the best game you possibly can early to set the tone for how the rest of the conference season will go. So that's important, and it's even more important when your conference opener is at home. You got to find a way to win your home games in conference. It's almost like a loss and a half when you lose one. So you certainly need to win those home games in conference and do what you can on the road. But new start, new season, 18 games here in the Atlantic 10. I've told our guys we hadn't won a regular season title ever in the Atlantic 10. We hadn't won one in conference period since 2009. So that's 6 going on 7 years. So we need to we make hay a little bit here.
Great. After the Cincinnati game, you expressed a little bit of optimism around the offensive formula, as you were calling it. Last time out, you had 3 guys in double figures. 6 other guys got into the scoring column. Will the formula stay the same pretty much going into A10 play and just try to develop that a little bit?
Yeah, initially we want to be a little more high octane, but we just can't do it. We don't have the discipline to do it. We don't have the shooting, quite frankly, to do it. So it's going to be it's going to be ground and pound, as I like to call it. And I think we've had 3 or 4 consecutive games where we've had 40 or more points in the post, and so that's what it's going to be. We're going to throw it in there. I mean, Mo and Hamdi don't make everything, but they make more than anybody else because they're both over 50%. So, we've got to just ground and pound, throw it in there, and teams will double them, and we can kick it out. And those are a lot easier threes for us to hit than some of the transition threes we've been taking. So, I think we've got a good grasp on what we're doing. Is it going to be a thing of beauty all year? No, we're calling a bunch of sets. Now, to our guys' credit, we're executing pretty well. We're setting good screens and moving with good pace. Today we're going to have to move with great pace to our offense, or we're not going to get anything because they just sag in. But I certainly think since Cincinnati we've hit on it. I knew it in the Cincinnati game we pretty much hit on it during the course of the game. But now it's just a matter of continuing to fine tune it and to stick with what we're doing. Because what we're doing is working, and you got to stick with it. And as the coach, you got to look for any little sign that maybe we're not sticking with it, and you got to get that out of it.
Contrary to VCU, George Mason has not played since December 22nd. What, if any, advantage or disadvantage does that offer VCU?
Oh, I don't know. Everybody, who knows? I mean, I don't know. We've played 3 games, 22nd, and then Liberty, and obviously North Florida the other night. So who knows? Some people would say maybe we're a little more tired. Some people say they're fresh. Some people say they're rusty and we're sharp. I mean, I think all that stuff's overrated. Throw the ball up, and who's the most prepared team, most excited team to be here will probably win. So, I have no idea who has the advantage.
George Mason's leading scorer is 6'11" Siobhan Thompson. Will we have to do anything special to try to stop him?
Yeah, what a player, man! Oh gosh, he's a load. I love him. We got to front him and limit his touches. We got to do a good job on the backboards. He averages 10 rebounds a game, so we need to do a good job keeping him off the backboards, not giving him anything easy on the offensive glass. I think that'll certainly help our cause. But we'll put some different bodies on him and maybe trap him at certain points when he's at certain places. And I think he's got 8 assists and 36 turnovers or something like that on the year. So there's some things we can do to get the ball out of his hands and make some of those other guys maybe more of a factor than they want to be.
Great. Coach, good luck in the A10 opener.